Hey, the name is Slack. Thanks for coming back. Let's walk through some more Elden Ring. And in part 3 of my No Horse, No Hell Flask Vagabond run, I asked everybody, told everybody about this astrologer run where I worked out on my PS4 where without using the horse, I beat Margit in 36 minutes flat from the start of the game. And I asked everybody if they wanted to see that run. And to my surprise, there were 74 requests to see that run. So here they are. Yeah, you never know when you might get your name up in lights, so don't forget to post comments on my videos, because here's everybody who posted a comment on part 3, and here are all those 74 requests to see that run. So here we go, let's do that run. Astrologer, beat Margit in on my PC I did it in 22 minutes instead of 36 minutes, and I'll explain why there is a difference in the times in what's coming up. Okay, so let's do this run.
Major Slack videos.
Okay, here we go. Beating Margit in 22 minutes from the start of the game using the astrologer and no horse. First of all, this is not a competitive speedrun. This is a casual speedrun. This is for, the benefits of those who simply want to play the game fast. All right. So don't be analyzing this saying you could say 10 seconds here or 30 seconds there. No one cares. All right. So I'm going to call this character Blitz, and the keepsake we're going to use is Lands Between Rune. And I'm going to use my special bad boy here, Blitz. There's Blitz. And that's it. Start the game. Now, on my PS4, I did this in 36 minutes. Although what I did was, I was looking at the save game I had. And for some reason, I had an extra memory stone. And also, I had close to 12,000 runes after beating Margit, which means that I probably went for the gold pickled fowl foot. I forget what I did. I did this run maybe like 4 months ago, and then I just saved the final result, kind of like as a save game. So this is kind of a stripped down version of that run. Now, is this practical? I don't know. It may be mostly for bragging rights, because if you're going to speedrun the game, like, even as a casual speedrun, just simply want to play the game quickly, why wouldn't you want to use the horse? I don't know. So why I put this run together, the reason was, as I explained in part 3, I started doing no horse challenge runs pretty much 2 weeks after the game was released, after seeing all the early OP build runs that everyone was doing. I was going, why is everybody obsessed with running around and getting all these items to make themselves overpowered when you don't really need to do that? And I thought the one thing that you could do to kind of like, as an alternative to all those runs, is to do a no horse run and just see how well you can play the game, just dealing with everything as it comes up. So I started doing these no horse runs, and then I thought, if I ever start putting these videos on YouTube, this is what I thought, although it didn't happen because I started my Vagabond no horse run. This is what I thought. I thought everybody would be complaining that it was taking too long to play the game. So then I thought, what would be the one thing to show that you can actually do a no horse run and play the game very quickly? And I said to myself, okay, how fast can I beat Margit playing without the horse? That's the only rule of engagement, no horse. And that's why I came up with this astrologer run, to beat Margit as quickly as possible. That's the whole story behind why I put this run together. Okay, now whether it's practical, like I said, Alright, so as soon as you discover the first step side of grace, you're going to push to the east. We're going to go straight to the dragon burnt runes. And some of you who know the game well know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to go for the meteorite staff and the rock sling spell. Straight off here, jump off here. And straight to the east. Yeah, I'm not even going to go to the Church of Ella or Gatefront Ruins yet. Go straight here. And I believe in my 36-minute run, I grabbed the Stone Sword Key and I killed a few guys in here. But here I'm just going to go right in here. Jump up this step here. Take a hard left at the end. Right here, take a hard left. Jump down here. And into the basement. And, don't bother masterminding which rats you need to kill in order to get safely through this section. Just kill them all. It takes a couple pebbles each, it's no big deal. Like I said, this is not a competitive speedrun. So we're not trying to save 10 seconds here or 30 seconds here. Just kill all the rats. to get safely through. Couple pebbles each, couple glintstone pebbles each, and they're all dead. Earn yourself a little chump change. Hit up the chest here, and this is a transporter trap, which will take you to Caelid. This is the fastest way to get to Caelid from the start of the game. And now we'll be teleported to the Celia Crystal Tunnel. Out to a rather dangerous section of the game to be playing right from the very start, especially on foot. Make sure you grab these goodies here. You can just sell them. And turn to the north and wait for this miner to pass by. Typically it's safe when he passes by that big rock there, right about now. So stay in sneak mode, and you're going to push to the right. And now you're going to stick to the left. Make sure you go over the small sack so you stay in sneak mode. Stay in sneak mode and stick to the hard left side. Hard left all the way down here, and you get safely out. You get past those death roaches, as I call, who will be shooting their pest threads at you. And once you get about here, you're safe. And just probably go in the corner here and grab the rot grease. You can sell that for 200 runes. Or use it. I don't know why you'd want to use it as an astrologer, but you know, hey, I always sell it. And make sure you discover and rest at this site of grace, because you used a transporter trap and you cannot fast travel anywhere until you rest at the site of grace. So make sure you do that. And out into the land of rot. Alright, now dealing with rot on foot is a little different, as some of you know, the scarlet rot doesn't affect you when you're on the horse, but when you're on foot you have to deal with the rot. So just follow my route here. We got the big lake of rot. That's not what it's called. There's actually a lake of rot in this game. Let's just call it Caelid Lake of Rot. Off to the left there. So you're going to stick on this hillside on the right, the mountainside on your right, and just follow this route, generally to the southwest. Keep pushing along, and your eventual destination is the Street of Sages Ruins, which is up dead ahead to the southwest. And here's where you're going to have to start dealing with the rot. The kind of like the wet stuff, the red wet stuff. The best way to deal with it is just hop through it. Whatever you do, don't roll through it, okay? Because then when you roll, you build up the rot very quickly. And you see my scarlet rot meter building up. When that maxes out, you get scarlet rot, and at that point you start taking damage, constant damage. Okay, so just follow my route here, duck in here, past these guys. You may get whacked, don't worry about it, and go down to the basement very quickly here. Typically I get through with without maxing out my scarlet rot meter. And if you need to take a breather down here, you can. And here you're going to grab the rock sling spell. Okay, everybody got the rock sling spell. Now what you could do is just hook up your glintstone arc and wipe out everybody on the way back up to make it a lot safer rather. But I just went running through, and here I'm going to purposely build up my scarlet rot meter. Here you're looking for this building with the big wide stairs, and behind this building is a Stake of America. Here I'm purposely building up my scarlet rot meter to show you what to do if you get in trouble. Okay, so if you get in trouble, run for the Stake of America here and just wait right here. This is assuming that you build up scarlet rot and you're going to die soon. Just let yourself die here. And you'll respawn right here. And if you're worried about losing any money that you had, make sure you respawn at the Stake of America. The money will be right there. So that's an easy way to deal with if you got scarlet rot. If you're not, like, I'm just assuming that not all gamers are as skilled, as you know, some gamers have different skill levels. And now you're going to push to the north, and we're going to grab the Traveler's armor set up here, hop up here, turn right, and quickly grab all this gear, this Traveler's gear. This I think has better immunity than the Astrologer's gear. And then you're going to hop through the rot down to the southwest here to find this set of stairs here. Up the stairs, turn right, and quickly kill all these poison flowers here using either glintstone arc or glintstone pebble. I usually use glintstone pebble because you can kill multiple flowers at the same time. Okay, once you got all those flowers killed, do it quickly because there's some flowers creeping up on your right. Now grab these golden rune, that golden rune 4 there, and grab the meteorite staff, which will give a bonus to your rock sling. And that's it. Now we're going to push down to the southeast. Don't worry about running through the rot or getting scarlet rot. Once again, don't roll through the rot. I just rolled because I was like, didn't want that guy to hit me. When you roll through the rot, you build up Scarlet Rot very quickly, but it doesn't matter because you're going to hook around to the right and find the Site of Grace right here. And as soon as you hit up, just discover it. That's all you have to do. If you're like really worried. And of course you're going to rest to get rid of your Scarlet Rot and recharge your health and FP. Okay, so now we've got the Meteorite Staff and the Rock Sling spell. Both of which we can't use because our intelligence is not high enough yet. But we're going to correct that shortly. Now it's back to the first step Site of Grace, and we're going to push down to the Church of Ella. Now this, what I'm showing you, once we beat Margit, you're going to be at Stormvale Castle, and I would not call this an ideal way to start the game as an astrologer. I have a much better build that I put together, which is kind of like a hybrid between the prisoner, the astrologer, and the samurai. And it's what I call a ranged attackers build. I'm not even going to call it an early OP build because I don't like that moniker. I'm going to call it a ranged attackers build. It's what I would call, like, what I would describe as the best way to go through the game, avoiding close combat as much as possible. You're basically a ranged attacker. Yeah, I think that's like probably the best way. Okay, so having grabbed the smithing stone and the Site of Grace at the Church of Ella, you're going to push to the north here through this kind of like natural path through the woods, and just avoid the Godric soldiers all around in the woods here. You don't need to kill them. Push to the north, and we're going to go to the Gatefront Ruins Site of Grace. Yeah, this hybrid build, it's really cool. I'm doing this run on my PS4. It's a really fantastic build. Post a comment if you'd like to see that build. This hybrid between the prisoner, the astrologer, and the samurai. It's a build that I would recommend to anybody who's new to Elden Ring, or anybody who finds the game too difficult and wants to, like, you know, get into the game in an easier way than just, you know, going melee with everybody. Alright? Post a comment if you'd like to see that build. Let's just jam through Melina's dialogue here, because we're not really concerned with that.
I bequeath. Use it. It will summon torrent. Treat him with.
Leave, and we're going to go back to the Church of Ella and talk to Rani, or Rena. What's her name? Rani? Rena? It eventually turns out to be Rani. But she'll give you the Lone Wolf Ashes.
This way, tarnished. May I? A pleasure to meet thee. I am the wit. I'd heard
Rena.
upon look a talk. Thou art but to call forth.
Jam through her dialogue and you get the Lone Wolf Ashes.
'Tis a bell summon them. The spirits now it is that. Forgive my doubt. How long will it be for the time?
Okay, having gotten that, let's go back to the Gatefront Site of Grace. And if we rest here, because we exited Limgrave, Melina's going to offer to take us to the Round Table, which we're going to do. Once again, this is not a competitive speedrun. We're not going for a world record. It's a speedrun for convenience. So it doesn't really matter if we spend a few seconds here and there. Okay, so off to the Round Table, and at the Round Table we're going to sell off, have a fire sale. We're going to sell our Lands Between Runes Golden Rune for 3,000 runes, and that other Golden Rune rank 4, which I believe is worth 12 or 1,600 runes, plus everything else that we don't need. Okay, so go to the blacksmith, go to the sell screen, sell all your runes. You can sell the rock grease, sell the gravity stuff. You can also sell your astrologer staff, which I forgot to do. Yeah, just unequip the astrologer staff and you can sell that off. It's only worth 100 runes. Anyways, having done all that, hit up the Round Table Site of Grace here, and we're going to level up. Put everything into intelligence. Okay, you should be able to get intelligence up to 23. Having done that, we can now use the meteorite staff and the rock sling spell. And this is what we're going to use to take down the troll in order to get safely through Stormgate. You can speedrun through Stormgate on foot. It's really hellacious, but it's possible. But why? You know, we have the rock sling spell, we can easily kill the troll.
Well, I took you for no matter. Lay out your own.
Now here, did I sell the astrologer staff? Yes, I did. This is Gamer Slack, by the way, who's doing this run. And MC Dub Slack on the microphone here. Okay, so back to Gatefront Ruins. And we're going to start pushing through Stormgate. Let's wait till daytime to have best visibility. Now the main concern here is to kill the troll. We can pretty much speedrun past all the Gobrick soldiers. Just want to kill the troll. In your spells, you want Glintstone Arc and of course Rock Sling. Or Glintstone Pebble, but I think Arc is the safest choice. So Glintstone Arc and Rock Sling. Come in here and hide behind this big tree right here off to the right. Do not push forward any further because you're going to spawn the troll. You don't want this. What you want now is that archer on the right who's shooting with the crossbow at you to advance. Because we want to speed run up the right side. We don't want him pelting us as we're doing that. So we want to take him out. And this always, hiding behind this tree always forces him to advance. Because he realizes he can't hit you, and his assignment is to take out anybody who enters this area any way he can. So if he can't hit you with the crossbow, he will advance. Once he gets within range, target him and take him out with Glintstone Arc. Having done that, now you're going to watch the archers over on the left side. Okay, see those two archers way off in the distance? What you're waiting for is for them to stop shooting their crossbow and bring up their shields right now. Now we're going to run out and spawn the troll. Run out here to the middle of the road and then run back here and take cover behind these rocks here. Typically the troll will drop down. If it's kind of like two-phase. Get him to drop down, and then you will want to get him to upset and get him to rush us. Okay, so you're hiding here to take cover from the crossbow guys. Then just advance a little bit to get him to run. Then retreat, roll through that cooking pot there, and push off this way so that you're away from Gatefront Ruins, and target his body. And 3 rock slings will stagger him. So shoot 2 rock slings, then roll away. He makes a move. Third rock sling. This will bring him down. By the way, you're using your meteorite staff in your left hand, and you got your short sword in the right. As soon as you bring him down, rush up, do a critical hit, back off, and do 1 more rock sling. Roll away. This is important. And then do a final rock sling, and this should finish him off. Sorry, 2 more rock slings. This should finish him off. Okay, that's how to take down the troll. Works every time. Okay, now I want to put the meteorite staff in the right hand. And the sword in the left. Just to kind of, just in case you get into some trouble speedrunning through Stormgate. Okay, so now we're going to go up the right side and simply speedrun past all these guys here. Now we already took out 1 archer here, 1 crossbow guy here, so it should be easy to get through here. Roll through if you get in trouble. And when you get up here to this debris here, roll through the debris in the center to break it. And there's a bugle boy here. As soon as he sees you, he's going to blow his bugle and everybody's going to come down in your position. But you can easily run past him. And just roll through this and just keep running. And that's how to get through. Now, once again, this is not a competitive speed run. We're not going for the world record here. So once again, don't be analyzing, saying you could have saved some 10 seconds here or whatever. You're going to grab this golden seed, and there's a bunch of wolves that are going to spawn off to the left here. So to avoid them, let's just go into this field here and get these 3 free smithing stones right here. And now we're going to turn to the northwest to that rocky plateau there and get to Stormhill Shack. And those wolves that are going to spawn are right off to our left there. So avoid that area there around the road, and you'll avoid the wolves altogether. Unless you want to kill them. Here at Storm Hill Shack, we're just going to discover the site of grace. You can always come back here and get the Stone Sword key and talk to Rodrika and get the jellyfish ashes or ashes, whatever. It's right there, so it's, you know, all we want to do now is give ourselves an extra flask charge. And what I do normally is put all my flask charges into FP, and I don't have any HP flask, like nothing in the flask of Crimson Tears. So some of you may not be comfortable with that, so put it at 1 and 4. And now we're going to push to the northwest, and we just want to get up on the little rocky cliff on the left here, right here. And then you're just going to follow the cliff's edge all the way to the south to avoid everybody that's on your right. Okay, follow the cliff's edge all the way to the south, and you come right up against the mountainside. Once you come up against the mountainside, you're going to turn to the west, and this will take us to the tunnel that'll take us up to Margit. Okay, go past this guy, and usually I like to turn around and do him in because he'll chase you. Do him in, and then keep pushing up the tunnel. Find the site of grace here, and this is the last stop before Margit. Rest. And like I said, oh yeah, here you want to spend all your money. So whatever money you earned, level up intelligence to 24, and here you want to spend all your money. So I'm just going to go back to the Church of Ella and buy a dagger and an arrow, whatever it takes. Okay, so I've only got 9 runes left. Back to Castleward Tunnel. Basically, we want to set up the Margit fight so that it's easy to do. And what happens is, when you go straight into the Margit fight, there's a cutscene, and then you spawn right in the middle, and you don't want that. So we're going to run in here, get the cutscene, skip the cutscene, and then immediately turn to the right and jump off the edge and commit suicide. This will create the fog door at the entrance to Margit's arena, and that's what you want. You want to be able to go to through the fog door and spawn into the Margit fight at the very back, which will give you time to set up for the Margit fight with the rock sling. Alright? So, with your meteorite staff ready to go, your rock sling spell ready to go, come up here. Interact with that summons there and get Rogier to help you with the fight. And you're also going to spawn your Lone Wolf Ashes, so get those guys ready to go as well. Okay, Sorcerer Rogier is ready to go. Your Lone Wolf Ashes is ready to go. Go through here. Immediately spawn your Lone Wolves. Refill your FP. And roll to the left here. Quickly roll to the left. Go to the very edge. And then you're going to run up the cliff's edge up here. And get back into the center of the road here. Turn around. Target Margit. And spam that rock sling. Now eventually he's going to go down. You're going to break his stance and he's going to go down. When that happens, I strongly recommend that you use that time to refill your FP, because obviously you have to go up close and do a critical hit. And keep spamming that rock sling, stay about medium range, and as long as Sorcerer Rogier and your wolves are still in effect, you should be able to get through this no problem. Margit will probably shoot a couple of bolts at you. Should be able to handle them. Keep up that rock sling barrage. And like I said, whenever he goes down, use that opportunity to refill your FP so you can keep the barrage going. And that's it. He's down. I've never failed to do this. We beat Margit, and let's go look at our time. Alright, let's go to the game exit and take a look at our time, and there we go, under 22 minutes. 21 minutes and 45 seconds. There you go. That's how to beat Margit in under 22 minutes. So there you go. Thanks a lot for watching, and if you thought this was remotely entertaining and or informative, you know what to do. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, post a comment, And let me know if you want to see that ranged attackers hybrid build that I talked about. The hybrid between the prisoner, the astrologer, and the samurai. Alright? Thanks for watching. See you next time. Hey guys, real walkthroughs like these are an endangered species here on YouTube. For a complete lowdown on the YouTube video game walkthrough scene, check out my Patreon page and please consider making a donation to yours truly, Major Slack, to help keep real walkthroughs alive on YouTube. You can donate as little as $1. That's $1, that's all. That's all it takes. Alright? Thanks a lot. Really appreciate it.